technique for everything.
That's a fact.
It's just every time you
Gordon
do it,
too.
I believe it. And I was like, yeah, that is the content. What I do?
Wait,
Welcome to the drug test.
I get it from my good
Oh, yeah, forgot that.
I have it in front of me.
Cool. All right, and welcome everybody to part 2 of your favorite episode of the Bargoyles, episode 123. We're your favorite local podcast. I said the word favorite 4 times in that sentence. We're going to work on it. But over there in office, before I introduce the guest, in office.
Corporate Nick in the building. What's up? The manager you know you need, but you really fucking hate. And we have over here in Coleslaw Corner, my boy.
Welcome to the Coleslaw Corner. This is the contact. You know, everybody loves to hate. Or, sorry, excuse me.
My word, brother.
I know he don't got a corporate job no more. You trying to steal it?
I guess we hate to love then in that case. But I'm the fifth dentist. You know, everybody needs a naysayer. And then the show, the face, my man's in front.
This is so weird. You gotta. I'm gonna write you some things to
Does it all the
say.
time. It's the show.
It's the double chin. It's the double chin. No, I appreciate that. That's very
Better
sweet.
than the mega chin.
I very have low self-esteem, so I appreciate it. Conte, I'm gonna be able to jerk off when I'm editing this later.
Jesus.
Because I'm looking at me, not to this guy. This guy here, though, absolute friend of the room, great stuff, and I can actually say that because he's a friend of the room. He has met Nick before. I love this guy. Stepped in last minute when Aaron Coyne dropped the fuck out, but we still like her. She's dealing with car troubles. It'd be like that. Bahlya is a fucking adamant professional when it comes to this game. Guy runs his own mics on Sunday nights in Cleveland Park. Monday nights too. Is that also with Cheers? Or did you run that one?
With Cheers.
Yeah. Also with Cheers. Man's running rooms across the board. He is a problem in every lane. He does everything. He does comedy. He does production. He does writing. He throws his own shows together. He's a threat in every lane, like DeConte when he's driving home. Drunk. DeConte don't drive. That's a joke. That's a joke. DeConte don't drive.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
You started it.
This is your boy, Bahlya Yansané.
Hello.
Yes, there we go. Please give them your plugs because they didn't watch part 1.
Oh,
How can they find you?
oh yes, you can find me at on Instagram at Bahlya the Third, BAHLYATHE3RD.
Move your head real quick.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, so they can see the board. There you go. There you go.
What happened?
The board's
There's a
behind
board
you.
behind with
Your
your
name's
name
on, your name's on their board.
Oh, Bahlya.
Yes.
That's me.
Bahlya the Third or BahlyaYansané.com.
Oh, you got a website.
I do have a website.
Yeah,
It's a pretty cool website. It's
Yeah.
called McKenna hooked it
Nice.
up.
I've been working on a website for like 6 months.
Did hire McKenna more.
No, I want to do it myself.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah, I want to do it myself.
Expand the portfolio.
Yeah.
Or start it, my bad.
Start.
Start.
Buy a portfolio.
It's a trifold.
I have a manila folder right now.
Okay, so they can check out your website, check you out on IG. And, I mean, you got any cool, fun shows coming up?
Oh yes, on I'm headlining on December 13th
Yes.
at Aurora Market. I'm doing my show Fearless One. It's called Fearless One and Friends. I have like three people opening: Arzu Malhotra, Joe Bacino, and Trey Solo and Adelaide Banks. And then I will be doing my solo show Fearless One.
Nice, man. Yeah. That is fucking primo shit. Give him a follow. Let him know let him know the Bargoyles sent you. He's got a lot of love in this room. But the one thing we need to figure out is whether or not we consider him to be a bar friend or a bar enemy. Nick, what do you got?
All right, everybody. Welcome, wonderful viewers, to Bar Enemies, Bar Friends, our tantalizing tavern talk segment. Today, we're diving into the delightful domain of dining and drinks, where we'll be quizzing our guests to uncover their true intentions. Are they a fabulous friend of the bar or a sneaky saboteur? Join us as we navigate a network of nuanced questions designed to determine whether our guest is a loyal libation lover or a cunning cocktail conundrum. So, without further ado, let's bring out our special guests and prepare for a playful parlay of palate preferences, beverage beliefs, and spirited strategies. Are you ready to sip, savor, and see if our guest is a champion of cheers or a fiend of the fizz? Let's get started on Bar Enemy, Bar Friend.
Oh, you got so much better. Good for you, dog. Good for you. I don't know if you've been rehearsing, but you got better, bro.
Look at that.
Way back, I mean, a lot of popcorn eating.
He knows his lines.
Yes. Fucking, I love that for you. DeConte, just a synopsis. What is Bar Enemy, Bar Friend?
Barney Bar Friends, where we ask you if we
We like you.
We like you.
Yeah, that's it.
We like you.
We like you. We know.
I wanted the long form and I wanted the short form.
It's like an interview.
Yes, yes. This is Bar Apprentice. That's the whole thing. But before we start asking you some questions, figuring out whether or not we want you to work at our bar, just give a real quick little 1 minute rundown of what's your bar experience again? Like working in restaurants?
So I was at the Chevy Chase Club as a server in the Maryland and Tailstream for 5 years.
What Chevy Chase Club? What is that?
Chevy Chase Club is a country club in Chevy Chase, Maryland.
Country club. Okay,
It's a
gotcha,
country
gotcha.
club. And
I thought it was
then-
a club.
yeah.
I was like club. Okay.
No.
I got more
Brett
questions.
Kavanaugh. And then,
And then when I
in the
moved,
club.
Cover your drinks. Cover your drinks. Cover your drinks, girls. Yeah.
then I moved to New York, where I got some New York serving experience. I was at a place called Myalino,
Okay.
where I was a food runner, what you call it, back server. Kind of
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Expo.
then
yeah.
after that, I switched to being a barista. 'Cause I want to basically
Day
do
job, so you can
restaurant,
do
but
nights.
yeah.
Yes, open up your nights for comedy. Oh, fucking
Which
A,
being a
hell yeah.
barista is like being a bartender during the day, which is fun.
Yeah.
You just don't have to deal with drunk people. You have to deal with caffeine wanting people.
People who are blaming their lack of caffeine for why they're being a bitch to you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
I wouldn't be like this if you just made my drink faster.
That's right.
Shut the fuck up. Cool. Now we got some, barista questions. We got to make sure we throw in there, guys. So this is Bar Enemy. Bar Friend. Got the first question, Conte?
Yeah, it's gonna be a barista question.
Okay.
Is the names on the coffee that important?
Like the name of the coffee or
The name and then like just how it's spelled. Do you when
Oh,
when you're
the guest name. The guest
yeah,
name.
the guest name. So like you see the guest name and it's like let's say for example your name Bahlya. Do
Yeah.
you just bullshit the name or do you just like you actually like hey man how do you spell this?
I will either bullshit the name. It depends on how long the line is. Really, sometimes I'll just go by face and what the drink is.
You.
The only
Your coffee's
way,
up.
So the only way it gets hard is if like I have a joke that like everybody in the West Village is named Katie and they all order oat lattes. So you have
Shout
to
out
get
Katie.
the name right in that sense. Unless it's 3 Katies. I have had 3 Katies back to back and they all ordered oat lattes.
Where's White Katie 1, White Katie 2?
Right.
Wait, Katie? No, not you, Katie. The other
Other
Katie.
Katie.
the Y Katie, not the
Yeah.
EI Katie. Yeah.
Caitlin. Yeah.
Oh, God, Jesus.
Yeah.
So then I'll do a follow-up to that one. What's the worst you've ever seen your name spelled from a coffee shop?
Balaya, like Balea.
Bahlya.
Yeah.
Bahlya.
I got
Yeah, that's fucked up,
ballet
yeah.
one time.
I can see.
Yeah.
Bahlya, Bahlya.
Or sometimes I'll like spell it and they either I'm not enunciating correctly or they just don't listen. I'll be like BAH and they'll be like PAHLY. And I'm like,
they think you're being saucy.
am I just talking with my mouth closed? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Bahlya. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, B.
I have a question that I would ask a bartender this, but I'm going to ask it in a barista way. So when people ask for like really complicated like orders, are you making it the exact way they're asking for? You like, I'm going to make this shit the way.
Very good question.
Like when they're like, okay, I want 6 pumps of almond, I want
Foam on
4
bottom.
pumps of foam on bottom, this on this, blah blah blah. When you're busy, are you making it that exact way, or is that 5 pumps of sugar turning into 3.5 real fast?
No, I will over communicate and kind of get it just because if they do have weird orders like that, if it's not right, they'll say something.
They'll know.
Yeah.
They'll know. Okay. Coffee people seem to know.
Yeah.
So my question is, having served a little bit experience-wise, who is more attuned to their drink order if it's wrong? Coffee drinkers or just drinkers, cocktail drinkers?
I'd probably say cocktail drinkers.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
I would,
surprising.
I would
I would have guessed coffee.
I would have guessed
people.
coffee
Well,
drinkers.
because the coffee people, they a lot of times if they're rushing to work,
Yeah.
they won't really remember. It's like the
Oh, they don't even get to try until
because you have like 2 or 3 like there's like phases of the coffee shop. You have the 9 to 5ers, and they come in like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and they just quick in and out. And if they do order something crazy, and if it's done right, they'd rather get to work on time than complain.
Right.
It's the Saturday people like the matcha latte girlies.
Oh yeah, they're
Those
walking
are the
their
ones.
Yorkie.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not even drinking. They just take a picture of
Yeah.
that with their dog and then throw the coffee away.
The ones who are on their
those-
hot girl walks.
Yes.
Those,
Yeah.
them ones. They
Okay.
I'd never heard that before.
Yeah.
Because
A
I
hot
feel
girl
like with
walk
like
is-
cocktail drinkers, it's like as long as it kind of looks like what they
Yeah.
order, and like, all right, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like,
That's a big scene. You fuck up a drink at a bar, like it's got the alcohol in it, right? You're like, yeah, all right, cool.
cool.
Yeah.
I may or may not be back for some more soda.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Okay. So, my question to you, as a sober person now, what are some fun, playful pranks you do on people who are way too drunk at the bar, like that you come across with? Do you have them repeat themselves a bunch? You know, I like to do. Hey man, your shoes untied, and I love watching drunk people like, oh shit, oh it's not even untied. I'm like, yeah, I know you're dumb.
I do.
Hey, it's
Just how do you take advantage of drunk people? That's what I'm at. That's what I'm asking.
in a legal fashion? Allegedly.
Hey man, you said you were gonna buy my chicken wings.
I will. Yeah, I'll like kind of just kind of make them say silly stuff while they're talking. You know. Mm-hmm. Like I'll be like, oh yeah, remember when you said you would do? Oh yeah, just like sometimes just fun to hear drunk people talk. Really.
Yeah.
Like I really do.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun being the only one on in that situation. And
Yes.
I'm just-
The only one. Everyone else is making memories.
Yeah.
You're remembering them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, so what'd you say again? Okay, cool. Yeah. It'll happen at Mike's a lot. Like you'll see comics like at the end of the night after their set, just like slurring and shit.
Shout out Gabe.
You know, 100%.
It hits every time.
People love this guy.
They don't really know Gabe.
Yeah,
You've seen
I
him,
think
like,
I've met
once.
him or seen him once.
This is the 5th episode in a row he's been
Comics
shouted out.
love
Comics
this
love
guy.
Gabe. Yeah.
I love Gabe. Yeah. He's one. And he'll just be talking on, and I'll be like, yeah. And then what happened? It's kind of like talking to a child. I love it.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, or like a really old person.
Yeah.
I used to do that with Will when he'd get real drunk at the bar, and if I was working, I was like, "Hey man, you said you was gonna do that cartwheel, remember?" He goes, "You don't think I can do a cartwheel?" I was like,
Yeah.
You said you were about to do one. I said that. I was like, "Yeah." He goes,
I guess I gotta do this shit.
I've seen
do
him
that.
bust his face so he misses the first hand. Boom, just face into the ground. I'm like, oh man, I guess you should try again. Like,
God,
so mine's not an innocent prank, but I was a little bit more aggressive. Sorry.
Yeah, they could have.
Sorry about that, Will. You know I fuck with you. Oh no, I actually don't. I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah. This month,
forgot.
yeah, it's hard to really know. Is he watching? Is he not? We don't know.
Nick, what do you got question wise?
So when you were drinking, was there a drink that you would that you don't want to admit to people that is embarrassing to drink but you would drink it?
Yes. Do you know I found out about these when I was in New York. No, a spaghetti. Have you heard of spaghetti?
Spaghetti.
Oh, you got to my spaghetti. I know that. Fucking.
So a spaghetti is basically, I swear to Lord, I love it, dude. If I could drink, I would. I would have one right now. It's a Miller High Life, and then pour a little bit out, and then put a little Aperol in there, and then a squeeze of lemon with like a little lemon juice.
Okay.
It's like a broy Aperol spritz.
damn.
And
It's
then
a Miller High Life.
a Miller High Life with Aperol, and it has the same color as the Aperol spritz. And then the bartender, he would do this thing where he put like a shot of Fernet with it, and he'd call it a forget.
Oh, see, I like the pun. I love a good drink pun.
Yeah, I like that.
We still have yet to do shots of Fernet.
We have.
Every single time we're out in a nice bar, I always recommend let's do some Fernet. You guys never want to do Fernet.
Fernet's great. This easy on the tummy too.
Yeah, it's crazy because
aperitif,
I had a guy like fucking pull a whole bottle out from the fucking bottom of the bar, and he was just, and they were like, they left, and then we came, and they were like, yo, what the fuck is this? He had a whole half a bottle of Fernet. So I was like, is it really like that?
If somebody goes to your bar in Tacony and asks you for Fernet, that's someone in the industry. That's one of those. Yeah, like if somebody orders a Malort, you know they're from Chicago.
Yeah, you
like
know
that's
they're
one of
from
these.
And me asking for a spaghetti at other bars, I was just the problem. I'd be like, "Can you just pour it? Just take the hot. Can you just put?"
I mean,
a little
sounds
bit?
classy.
No,
Aperol
and
is a
they
nice
hate,
Aperol
and
smells
they
so
hated
good.
me. They'd be like, "What do you want me to do?" I'd be like, "Can you just pour the fucking Aperol? And it's easy. Like I'll do if you
Yeah.
just."
Well, it's like people do with the grenadine and the fucking Corona.
Oh, I hate that.
Oh, maybe that's what they were trying to replicate without realizing they're using Aperol.
Yeah.
Well, this one it kind of tastes like an Aperol spritz, but it's
Yeah,
like
because
it's like,
people
it's like the
love
man
putting that
version.
grenadine in that Corona and think they did something.
Disgusting.
It's much
think
better
they
with
did
the.
something.
I would recommend the spaghetti highly. It's a good summertime
Get
drink.
one,
haven't had Aperol
maybe two
yet.
more questions. In.
Okay, word.
We've had Aperol on the show. We have.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've had Aperol.
We used to try to have a drinking segment for every guest. So we've tried a bunch of weird stuff. I was looking. I only had the Campari in there, but whatnot.
Make a Negroni.
Yeah, it's our like weird little section there outside of all the bottles here. Oh yeah. Well, no, we love cocktails here. Ooh, just get like one or two more.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah.
Out of all nationalities, who do you think holds their liquor the best? Whether that's like African Americans, Latinos, Asian people,
Jews,
Palestinians. You know,
It sounds. It's probably like everybody, but I would say Irish people, just because we had there in New York there was like the J1 program, and they would come to work with us, and like
the J1 program.
Yeah, and I would like they could hold it in such a way that they could go out drinking and get all the way fucked up, and then come to work just smelling all like booze and still get the job done.
Right.
Like people would be like,
you think the Irish?
Yeah,
I think that's a good answer. Mine is that they're known for fighting every time they go out to drink, but I don't even know if that's actually real.
I don't know if that's
I
holding
like-
your liquor or just being able to just work hungover. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like the idea.
But
of
they
what
were
he's
like
proposing.
still, but they were like still drunk from the night before. You could smell it.
Yeah.
But they
Zero
can
complaints.
hide behind the wall of like,
Yeah.
hey man, you smell like you've been drinking. You're like, oh, does she think I smell like alcohol because I'm Irish? I'm not being racist. You actually smell like whiskey.
Yeah.
No, literally, you smell like whiskey.
Smell like Mickey's,
But
bro.
that's their thing, though. It's
The
like
first-
they love
and it-
coffee
it'll-
and
it'll-
whiskey,
yeah.
It'll be like the first day. I remember it was like the first day that I was working with the girl behind the bar, and she just smelling like booze and just like falling into bed. But like I swear, held it together and did the whole shift like it was nothing.
Damn.
There's only one liqueur that's made to be like mixed with coffee, and we named it after one country, Irish cream.
Yeah.
We named it after Ireland. We were like,
named it
oh, you
after
got to
that.
be drunk in the morning too. Here's some Irish.
Here's
cream.
some Irish
Here's some,
Yeah.
here's some Irish cream.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
checks
little
out.
fucked
That's a
up.
good answer. That's a
Okay,
good
I
answer.
like
It's a
that.
good, thoughtful answer.
Okay, let's go to a vote here, boys. DeConte, I want you to go first on this one. What are you thinking for your man, Bahlya?
Yo, honestly, all these other questions, they sounded really good. But you told me about that secret Hitler. And that,
You like that, don't you?
I loved it. But the way
that was part one. What's Secret Hitler?
Secret Hitler's a board game where there's liberals and what was it?
Fascist.
Fascists. And there's a
one
Hitler,
secret Hitler.
and the fascists are trying to get the Hitler voted, and it pretty much just this game of deception. And my man's over here played the black card to win as Hitler. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a red
I'm
flag.
going enemy off the rip. All these questions. And, yo, we put all these questions.
He said, "Fuck these questions."
yeah,
Taking it back to an episode before. Then.
By any means.
Okay, all right, Nick. What do you think of there? What do you got?
So I'm gonna go off the questions we asked.
Not from a previous episode.
That whoever's watching this probably didn't watch, but go back and watch it, please. Just based off the questions that we asked, and he doesn't seem like a moron in the bar, and even when he was drinking, we didn't get to the nitty gritty, so I can't really judge off what he was before.
It's also when we don't know someone and they're like sober now because they were really fucked up. You don't know what they want to talk about.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, exactly.
Chris
So-
Porter jumped off and was like, "Oh, my PCP days." We're like, I was like, I didn't know we were going to talk about that. Your kids were watching. Bro.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
He's so open. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
So-
didn't want to get
We let the guests bring that out.
You dictate that.
Yeah,
you dictate that.
So I'm gonna go friend, as the liberal in me always does on this show, unless it's last week, I guess. But it was like answered all the questions the right way, and I just there were no red flags in these answers. To go back to what DeConte said, that is a red flag, but I'm playing the game that we play.
For that reason, I go friend. Okay, so we got a friend, we got an enemy. It's coming down to me on this one. There's a litany of different reasons. Obviously, we didn't get the nitty gritty, like we said. We like to let the guests dictate how deep we're going to pry on them and how much we're going to dig. I've enjoyed your answers.
If you want a drinking story,
we'll tell some drinking stories when we go to the bar because we got some time before the riff. But no, it's one of those where like I've said before on the show, I hate sober people in the bar because I always feel like they're fucking with my vibe. But when I know a person there is sober because they got that, they had to lock up that beast, it's totally different. Joe Pacino's just a hoe. I was going to say bitch. Bitch felt very aggressive.
strong,
Yeah, bitch is
yeah.
strong. Bitch is strong.
Bitch is
Joe
real
Pacino's a hoe for locking up his dog for no reason other than just locking him up. I understand that, so I'm not going to hold that against you.
So I'm still fun.
You are still fun.
Yeah,
You are still fun. I mean, I was 2 sheets to the wind when we were at Capitol Grill or Capitol Ale House or whatever.
Oh, and
I was gone. You're like, you guys do karaoke. I was like, this motherfucking guy wants to do karaoke? No, let's go. And then he messaged me later after I had already left Irish Goodbye. He was like, hey, this is the karaoke bar. I was like, oh shit, he really wants to do karaoke. And for that reason, I'm gonna go bar friend. He's still a great vibe. Love seeing him in the bars. Guy's a great comedian. One of the better writers that I know. One of the only people who can really dissect a joke and tell you how to make it better. But we're not talking about his comedy. We're just talking about his drinking. And his drinking isn't an issue. And he's great in the bars. I love him so much. You're a certified bar friend. It's 2 out of 3. It's not unanimous, but you get your bar friend shirt. That's the Bahlya gargoyle there.
Hell yeah.
I got the septum piercing, and he's writing jokes there for you.
That's it.
Check him out, Bahlya the Third on IG. Find Cheers Comedy. Also got a website, Bahlya Yansané the Third.
Oh,
The website?
BahlyaYansané.com.
BahlyaYansané.com. Let him know the Bargoyles sent you. We'll be seeing you guys. Go hit some rooms. He's always there.
Yeah.
Degraded and humiliated and broke my spirit. That is literally my pickup technique for everything.
That's a fact. According to who?
Would you be willing to take a drug test?